Hey Stampers, Diane Dimich here with DDStamps.com, and today I'm going to unveil the new catalog that goes live today. So I'm actually pre-recording this because I'm actually down in Mexico for our incentive trip. I took both my kids and Andrew's wife, and we are in Mexico this week. I'll be back next week live, but I wanted to do a little catalog tour, and hopefully I don't get too caught up in the whole thing. No, just Hey Stampers, Diane Dimich here with DDStamps.com, and today I'm here to do a little catalog unveiling. The new catalog has gone live, and I just want to do a little walkthrough with you to show you a few things, talk about some stuff, and as we know, this catalog is totally different. Now, many of you have received a catalog from me, and I hope that you got it. And if you didn't, let me know when I get back from Mexico. That's where I am this week. I will make sure you send one out to you. I sent catalogs to all my customers. If you are not a customer and you do not have another demonstrator, contact me and I'll get you a catalog out in person. It's a great inspiration, and I will tell you, this catalog inspired me. I've kind of not had a lot of inspiration in the last few years, and it has nothing to do with Stampin' Up. It just has to do with life and the journey that I've been on the last few years. But however, this catalog totally inspired me. Was I love looking at it. I love looking at the colors. The new ink colors are fabulous. The ideas that are in it and all the inspiration that I pulled from it. And so it kind of spurred me on to start doing some live events and stamping up again and doing some stamping live, which is good. It is what I enjoy doing, and so it feels good to be back. But I'm going to switch down to my camera so we can do a little catalog tour. If you have questions, feel free to place them in the comments. Not that I can answer them as I'm now, but I can answer them when I get back. I think I'll have service down in Mexico, I'm not sure. But anyway, the cover is beautiful. It's very different. It's a very different catalog from years past. Mine is getting pretty worn. As you can see, I've really looked at it a lot. And so there's just a table of contents and step-by-step crafting. And so what Stampin' Up! Did is they kind of broke their catalog up into sections. And so step-by-step stamping is really super simple stamping. So we have our kits, which I don't know if you've tried the kits. I love them. They're fun to have just when you need a break and you want to stamp something, but you don't really want to have to think about it. It's a great thing for kids. It's fun for anybody. But kits are great. The whole collection of kits is actually online. And so you can go to Stampin' Up! Online under kits, and they'll pop up everything that's available and all the new stuff. And they come out with 2 kits every month. For the 2024-2025 year, they'll have 2 kits a month. So I guess I shouldn't say that. For 2024, they're gonna have 2 kits a month. But this one is so stinking cute. This pets kit. Anyway, it has cats and dogs. So, paper pumpkin is a great kit option too for people that don't really want to have a whole lot of supplies but want to have a crafting experience. So our quick and easy options, which is this section of the book. And really, you pick and choose and you craft what you want to craft. I love the top 10 crafting essentials page. It gives you an idea of where to start. You know, we all need scissors, we all need adhesives, we need ink, blocks, stamp sets, punch, canvas, and just always remember that I'm here to help you if you have any questions. So mixing and matching. Euphoria is like a really ephemera is like really big right now. And ephemera, these are just like die cuts, pre-stamped. They're pre-cut images that you just punch out of on sheets. So, and there's sentiments and there's card bases. So this is a really fun, easy way to get started with doing some crafting. And then these 2 pages are just ideas of using the ephemera, which is great to give you basic ideas of what to do with your die cut sheets. Talks a lot about card design and how to do it. Stampin' Up! Has actually brought in for inspiration, some card layouts right down here. And as you go through your catalog, you will see these in the samples that they have to give you an idea of what card layout they did. I like that. When I'm really kind of stuck and just need some help, I will just pick a card layout, and that's how I get started. And you can use any stamps, inks, or papers. All right, so here's just some really simple stamping with a stamp set that has something for every occasion that you would need. It's adorable. I just really think it's cute. And then some ideas of how to stamp them and what to do with them. So it just gives you a really good idea. Memories and More is what they are. They're used for cards and they're also used for scrapbook pages. I loved this, and I got this actually when I was at Onstage. It's really cool, and I keep saying I'm going to do something with it. I haven't yet. Hopefully, I will when I get back from Mexico. But it's just, you get 3 sheets of designers, or 6 sheets of pattern paper, and then sheets of die cut designs that punch out. So these are all die cuts that punch out and you use to layer onto your cards. Just really beautiful. So creativity your way is for those of us who are over the top stampers and use lots of products. But the suites this year and how they laid them out are absolutely gorgeous. This Mediterranean blooms, oh, that paper, I love it. And they have samples. And if you look at the samples, some of them are very simple with stamps, ink, and paper, and some of them add in lots of embellishments and lots of stuff. And so each sample, there's 5 samples, I think, in every suite. And you get lots of different ideas of what to do with that particular suite. But you'll see them when you look, where some of them are just stamping and then they're adding in the die cuts. This paper, I love this paper. I can't wait to get my hands on that. That's on my first order. Wildly Flowering. Full of Life is very full of life. It's bright, 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 bright paper. And then Lily Pond. So these are all your suites. So these are products that definitely will go together and they give you color ideas. Now, Country Woods, this is a suite collection. So this was actually the very first thing I saw in the catalog that I thought I couldn't live without. I just absolutely love it. This birdhouse stamp set and die set is great. I just loved it. And I love the colors that they used. And so this is a collection. So it has 2 stamp sets, 2 die sets, 2 kinds of paper, embellishments, an embossing folder, and ribbon. You'll be seeing this a lot in my stamping that I do. Unbounded Beauty is another collection. This uses all of the in colors that we have this year, which are beautiful. But again, 2 stamp sets, 2 die sets, paper, embellishment, and then some glitter paper. And these are all in the in colors that are new this year. And then we go to just stamp sets and die sets. So this is a bundle. This is the stamp set, dies, and stencils, which if you haven't tried the stencils, you should, because they're a lot of fun and it makes coloring your images beautiful. Again, this is another set that you're going to see a lot of with me. I just think it's beautiful. And then another thing we have this time around are stamp sets that actually you can get dies with, or a punch, which is kind of nice for people that don't want to do the dies, don't want to have the machine to die cut, but you want to have a punch that coordinates. So this is a nice option. And this too is also another one that's a punch or die. So you get your options there. So these are all the bundles that come with a stamp set and the die set. They're not shown at 50%. They're shown in the size that they would be in a catalog. So let me grab a stamp set. I don't have any of these, but I'll do this one. So you can see that these are actually a lot bigger. This is actually, these images would be this size. If you want to see them full size, you can look online. When the catalog goes live, these will all be up in the online store. Again, there's lots of bundles with stamps and dies that go, or punches that go together. Okay, so here's that stamp set I just showed you. So that's the actual size of the stamp set. So you can see the images are much bigger than the actual image in the catalog. But the samples are beautiful. So when you start looking at the samples, they're really pretty. They've done a really fine job with lots of different varieties. So these are all the bundles. And then this is called Encore. And so these are stamps and dies that have been in other publications. So they were either in last year's catalog or the winter catalog or the spring catalog, but they're making their way back into this catalog, and they made them small, much smaller, because they're in a different publication, but you can actually see them, the size of them, online. But so just an idea. One of the things, if you find something in here that you really like, look back in our other publications for more ideas to use with those stamp sets. Sometimes I find myself not necessarily seeing a stamp set in a mini catalog, but when it comes out in this catalog, I'm like, oh, I don't remember that. So you can look back and see them. And then these are just double play. So these are our double play stamps, and those are stamps that you can use both sides of. One to stamp the image and one to color the image. Anyway, these are all stamps that are new. So these are stamps that don't have a die set with them. They're just, and then if they're smaller, it's because they were featured before. This is a cool set. I just think that's really pretty. I'd like to get my hands on that one. But you'll see lots of ideas, and then you'll see different ways to use them. So like this stamp set here can be used day or night, just depending on the different colors that you use. All of our background stamps, not shown very big because none of them are brand new except for this one in this particular catalog. Lots of different ideas. You got to read a lot. There's lots of information in here. So on this page, this is just showing some inspiration, but it's also showing things that you probably don't necessarily will see. But like adhesive is here, open storage. You take your pick tool is actually in there. So you got to look. Again, just some more great, beautiful ideas of things to do with your stamps. I love the different things that, the different little tidbits that they give you throughout the catalog too. And then all of your embellishments are here. And actually, if you want to know what exact color that they coordinate with, this is another place you'll have to go online to the Stampin' Up! Store and look, and it will tell you what colors they are. I loved this page, Sticky Business, because it actually talks about which adhesive to use for which project. So these are all coordinated. So when you look at multi-purpose glue, it will work with cardstock, embellishments, die cuts, 3D projects. Your basic simple Stampin' Seal works best with cardstock and ribbon. So it's all coordinated so that you will know what to use with what. Little informational. I saw this as a really informational piece. I loved this spread because it was all about different watercolor techniques, and it basically walks you through how to do it. How to do the watercolor techniques using any stamp set that you already have. These are cards that move. So these are just fun ways, and they teach you how to do it. Fun folds and peekaboo cards and sliding cards. Shaker cards, whole 2-page spread on shaker cards. All about using your brayer and masking with masking paper. I have not done a whole lot of masking the last few years, but I hope to get back into it. That's what I said. This really inspired me to go back to some of those things that I used to do and do them again. Putting texture with paste and how to use it. Our embossing folders. So this embossing folder and this embossing folder, these two are big. They're like, I don't know, somebody said like 8.5 by, I don't know, 6 or 7. They're big. They fit through the big machine. Again, color theory is big this year. This is the color wheel and how to use it, and then this is all how to use it. So monochromatic. If you're going to do a monochromatic card, you stick with the same color bases. So, you know, monochromatic could go from cherry cobbler all the way over here to the red orange. Does that make sense? Complementary are across from each other. So anytime you're using a red with a green, it's going to look good together because it's complementary. And then the triad is the blue, yellow, red. So if you're going to use the triad colors, you can just move it to the next section and use the colors that are across from that. I hope that makes sense. Color theory is fun. And then all of your colors of inks. And then the index, which I think you'll probably find, let me see, I think this is, yeah, these are the in colors. They're beautiful this year. So the index is probably something that you're going to use a lot of when you're looking for something. So if you're looking for adhesive backed embellishments, you go right to adhesive. You're looking for dies, they're all lined up here. If you're looking for the designer series paper, which is spread out throughout the book, there isn't a page with all of the designer series paper. However, when you get online and you're looking up designer series paper, they will all be bundled together so you can see them all. Embossing folders, if you're looking, they actually are bundled together on a page here. But this is great. Stamp sets are in by alphabetical order. And then the join. And then there's a new Angel Policy stamp set in the background, in the back page. So lots of fun stuff in this catalog. I'm looking forward to this year. I think the inspiration that Stampin' Up! Has given me the last few weeks from on stage until this goes live is going to be very fun for me and hopefully fun for you. So if you haven't already done so, you might want to join my mailing list at www.DDStamps.com. Get on that newsletter list because that's where I send out lots of tips, tricks, and techniques. And I also keep you informed about when I'm posting new videos, when I'm going live on YouTube. And I do at this point go live every Thursday as long as I'm home. If not, I'll change up my dates as the week goes. Change up the day if I have to, if I'm not going to be around on a Thursday. So thank you. Enjoy, and I hope you like. If you have any questions about the catalog, please feel free to call me, make a comment, like my video, send me an email. So take care and have a great day.